Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Joel Freeman and you're watching Wholehearted. Thank you very much for joining. As many of you already know, I'm going to be doing weekly giveaways on this channel throughout this off season. And although I recommend that you watch this video in its entirety because you just might learn something, if you choose not to, at least skip to the end to be a part of the giveaway. I'm going to be giving away a lot of sweet stuff, and so don't miss out on that. Skip to the end of the video, figure out the details, how you can enter and get your shot at picking up some nice apparel items, some discs, and so on. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing a series on this channel digging into how to manipulate the flight of a disc. I think the most common thought process when it comes to changing the way your disc flies has pretty much everything to do with hyzer and anhyzer. I'm here to tell you that there's a whole lot more to it. Throughout this series, I'm going to invite 3 special guests to come on and dig into the 3 primary aspects of how to manipulate the flight of a disc. Each person that I'm going to be having on is an expert in their own area. Of course, we're leaving out anhyzer and hyzer. That will strongly influence how your disc flies, but we're going into 3 different aspects. My first guest is going to go all into how speed impacts the flight of your disc. We're not just talking about how far or short it travels, but how it bends left to right. We're mainly focusing on the curvature, the shape that you're able to make. He, being the expert, is going to be able to explain all of this way better than I can. So I'm just going to give the video over to him, let him kind of just take things from here. Please welcome to the channel, Speed Spencer. What's up, wholehearted people? I'm Speed Spencer. Friends call me Speed just for short. There's some people out here been spreading a lot of bad rumors about how to get better at disc golf. Don't believe them when they say the only thing that makes a disc fly a certain way is the angle you throw it on. Not so. Today, I'm going to show you how you can change the flight of a disc based on speed. It's all about speed. That's all there is to it. Anyone else who tells you any other aspect of how you throw a disc matters at all, they're wrong. And I'm about to show you exactly why. All right, discers, I've got 3 different kinds of disc here. I've got a putter, mid-range, and driver. In other words, low speed, medium speed, and high speed. And I'm about to show you how speed can change everything about how far right or left a disc goes. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw them at a low speed. Let's see what impact that has. Now keep in mind, I'm gonna do my very best not to change any other aspect of the throw. Just the speed. Nose angle, same. Side to side angle, same. Just speed. Carried straight for a second, drifted off to the right. Pretty understable disc. Very straight the whole time. Little bit of turn, little bit of fade. After watching that just now, you might be thinking to yourself, those are some pretty nice flying discs. However, I'm here to show you, no. Those are only nicely flying discs when you apply delicate speed. What comes next? You guessed it. We're gonna ramp things up a little bit to an extreme, maybe even dangerous speed. Now, one more reminder. I'm gonna do my very best to change no other aspect about each throw from what I did a moment ago. Only, and I mean only, the speed will change.
That amount of speed, ate that putter for breakfast. See ya. For any of you who haven't been paying attention, obviously, the more speed you put on the disc, the more understable it acts. So when you're right-handed, throwing a backhand, as I am, the disc will go severely more to the right, the more speed you add. That's a crush. So in case I haven't made my point already, speed is everything. And don't ever let someone tell you that Heiser or Anheuser matters more. Now, I appreciate you all welcoming me onto the channel this week. I think my work here is done. So I'm gonna hand things back to Joel Freeman to tell you more about the giveaway. Later.
Wow, brilliant. I hope you all just learned as much as I did. Have you ever had that moment where a disc doesn't fly exactly how you expected it to? It like surprises you and you're thinking, what in the world? That disc flew this way yesterday and now today it's flying like this. I've caught myself having that moment, and it took me a long time to realize it usually has to do with how hard or soft I'm throwing the disc. I'm thinking to myself, I released it on the same angle as I did the last time I threw it, but it reacted totally differently. It's because I threw it with a different arm speed. And as simple and obvious as that may sound to some of you, it took me a long time to really tune in on how true that really was. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the idea that someone with a greater arm speed will be able to make better use out of super overstable discs or that sort of thing. And so common sense would tell you, yes, the harder you throw it, the more understable it behaves, but still, hopefully it just gives you guys something to think about, improves your game in some way, and I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. As for this week's giveaway, I'm doing kind of a special two-way giveaway. So it's going to be you and a friend that's going to win. Here's how it works. In order to enter this week's giveaway, I need all of you to head over to my Instagram page. In order to make this social media scheme work, I need you guys to be plugged in on all the different platforms where I post content. Once you're on my Instagram page, you'll see a video with clips from the video that you just watched. So at the same time that I post this YouTube video, I'll also post a clip on Instagram. Find that clip, and there may be a few details in the description as well. You're going to leave a comment tagging a friend, and that friend will have to comment on your comment. So hopefully you all can picture how that works. Let's say one of you is named Chris. Chris, you will go to my Instagram page and find that video, leave a comment and tag your friend Daniel. And then Daniel will reply to that comment and say, done. Hopefully we can pull this off and it's more creative and less convoluted. I don't know how it'll turn out, but I'm interested to see what you guys come up with. What I'll do is at the end of the week, I'll look through the comments, and if I can see a distinct pair in the comments where one person tagged their friend and then that friend left the comment behind that, I'll choose from that list of people who successfully did that, and I will choose a pair of two winners. You will both win, you and your friend. I'll send a package to each of you, and you guys will get to soak in double the glory. So I will see you all over on my Instagram page. My Instagram is in the description of this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you joining. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content and you continue to tune in. I'm Joel Freeman, you're watching Wholehearted, and we will see you next time.